Hey, you guys. How's it going? Good morning. Yeah. So I've been working all night trying to make you happy. I've I've gotten so many emails from folks about the feed sack and quilt top fabric and stuff, and I've even been accused of buying all that there was on eBay. I haven't, like, seriously, I haven't bought anything off of eBay, nothing like fabric wise for quite a while. Um, I did buy, I think these yo-yos were the last thing that I bought, and that was 6 months ago. So anyway, I so I put together a little kit, a little collection for you guys because a lot of you are really excited about this farmhouse thing and having a hard time finding, the old vintage fabrics and quilt top and that kind of stuff. So I just thought, okay, I'm just going to put something together that is going to give them like a little sampling of all the stuff that I'm sort of working with. So I don't feel guilty. Like I feel bad because it is hard to find. This stuff is very hard to find because it's, you know, I mean, it for one thing, quilts sort of disintegrate over time. Like they have a tendency to just sort of crumble away. A lot of times people didn't treat them very nicely, and it's really difficult to find a half finished quilt, like something that somebody started and they never finished it. So I feel ya. I definitely feel ya. And that's why I mean, when I'm hunting for stuff, even if it's just online, I'm hunting, and I put my money where my mouth is. Let's put it that way. Okay. So, I mean, I don't, when I say I found this on eBay, and it doesn't mean that it was necessarily a bargain. Like sometimes it's like, you know how it is. Like you just want something and you will pay up for it. And I don't always admit that, but but frequently that's the case with this kind of stuff because it's special to me, and I do like to use authentic, original ephemera and fabrics, and I like to say that what I'm using is the real deal. So that's just the way I feel about it. Anyway, okay. I won't carry on about it. But anyway, so I put together 16 of these little collections, and there's not a huge quantity of any one thing, but I want, because I wanted you to have basically a sampling of all kinds of stuff. And so, I think it would be enough for a few journals. Like if you combine this stuff with fabric that you may already have, I think you could really spread it out and still get a really, really nice feeling, from a journal. So let's look at one of these and I will show you what's in them. Hang on, let me grab this box real quick. Okay. So I did 16, and I could have done more, but I'm just not sure, like, if you guys are going to want them. So I didn't want to make, a ton more because, yeah, because it's work. It's a lot of work to put together these little bundles. Just, finding things and folding it all and making it look nice. And, anyway, so let's look. So I added some wooden spools to each one because I love them, and I know that most of you guys love them too. It's most of them are full. There's one in each kit that is almost empty. So but you can use this thread for your journals. You know, there's no reason that you can't use this thread in your sewing machine for a journal. Absolutely. I use it all the time from wooden spools. So then I did give you 3 of those yo-yos, those kind of larger yo-yos. I didn't really pay attention to whether or not they matched. Let's go this way. And then I have a bunch of quilts that, you know, you can't really take them apart. You can't really separate the quilt top from the quilting and the batting and stuff. So these are, but these are great for making like envelopes and, I mean like pouches and stuff. And, you know, just to cut into little bits or whatever, or even as fabric for a journal cover. You could stiffen it with some kind of, you know, paper, like heavy paper or something, and stitch it. Anyway, I know it's a weird shape, but you guys can figure it out. And then I just did a piece of a quilt top, and just want to point out that this is all hand stitched. Like all of these quilt tops, this one is in amazing condition. It's in really, really good shape. There are feed sack fabrics in here. And thank you for telling me that that fabric is called seersucker. I knew that it was, but I couldn't think of the name. So this is like a seersucker, like ticking kind of pattern. It's really cool. Anyway, so I just did about that much of a quilt top because you don't really need a lot more than that to make like a piece of scrappy trim, or to use little bits of it on, you know, pages, or to make tabs and that kind of thing. Like a little bit goes a long ways. So I included also a strip of that, I'm going to say antique cotton from the bed sheet that I got from Louise. So I gave you a strip of that. It's about a little over an inch wide, and I don't know how long, but I think it was like a double bed or something, maybe like a queen size bed. So it's that wide. I didn't measure it. I think it's at least like 3 yards or so. And then I actually made this for these collections. So I just took some of my quilt top and cut it into strips, and then just stitched it onto a piece of that cotton. So I just wanted to give you a piece that was already made and like ready to use. This isn't pieced together with scraps, but it, you know, so it's just strips from a quilt top. And I like to do that because then the colors kind of go together, and, you know, sometimes. So you get a piece of that. Okay, so this is a yard. And then I used to make, I don't know, some of you will remember, some might not, but I used to sell in my Etsy shop what I called junk journal salad. And so this is kind of like junk journal salad, except that it doesn't have laces in it. I used to, when I made that before, I always included lace in it, and then different types of trims and stuff. This is pretty much just fabrics. So it's all just fabric scraps. Some of them are pieces that were cut out for quilts. Some of them are feed sack fabrics. Like this was, you know, from an unfinished quilt. So those little triangle shapes, I just tossed them in my salad basket. Lots of vintage fabrics in here. Lots of different weird things too. Just random little bits. And see, like here's another one that was for a quilt. So, but there are some newer fabrics in here too. So I'm not going to say, you know, every single piece in here is like old vintage fabric. Some, like, I think this is a newer fabric from Joann's, but you know, like this ticking is newer fabric, but there is a lot of old vintage fabric in here too. And, you know, so you see how much there is in one little bag. Like it really kind of explodes when when you open the bag. But there's like some ginghams and just all kinds of an assortment. You know, it's a good assortment, I think, for this type of project. And this is what I'm using in my journals, you know, the ones that I'm making. So, okay, so these together, you could make a really cool scrappy trim type of thing to use as, you know, toppers on tags or tabs for your journal, or, you know, even the spine of a journal or something like that. And then, you know, you get the quilt top and a couple of yo-yos and a piece of quilt. And I just, you know, I mean, I could have just done that, but I wanted to add in the wooden spools too, just because I thought they looked cool in there. So, okay. So that, and so I'm going to do these for $27, and then they can go first class mail. I'm gonna say $4.50 for shipping. Yeah, it's in, for most places in the country, it's going to be about between $4 and $4.50 for shipping. Okay, but I also wanted to add this in, because this isn't something I would have to ship, but I will send you. So you're going to have to email me. Send me an email if you want one of these little bundles. Send me an email and I will reply to your email once I get, you know, I'll send you an invoice. And then when the invoice gets paid, I will reply to your email and I'll attach a PDF, or no, they're going to have to be JPEGs. It'll probably be a zip file, but I scanned those. I scanned these yesterday before I did the stitching on them. Okay. And you guys can thank Marsha for that. She suggested that I do that. So I did. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to offer these to you guys for, you know, just for, because I love you. And so, so send me an email if you would like one of these bundles. And so then when you pay the invoice, I will send you, I hope that the images will all fit into one zip file, hopefully. And so I think there's 6 of them all together. Yeah, 1. Wait, that's, yeah, no, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 7 images all together. There's one that I stitched, but I scanned it anyways. So anyway, so it's 6 or 7, I don't remember, because I think there's I think there's a duplicate in here somewhere. So I'll do that. So basically, you know, that's what you'll get. Okay. So also I am packing orders today. So the mini journals, those are gonna get packed today. Hopefully I'll have them all done and they can get picked up tomorrow when mail picks up, or when they pick up smaller packages like that. A little bit easier than with the book sale. Hard to explain, but in those the pickup is a real issue for them for some reason. But I have this bin that's by my front door, right by my mailbox, where I can put my packages that, you know, stuff I'm shipping out. I can just put stuff in that tub and they'll just pick it up. And they seem to be more willing to do that for some reason. I don't know, maybe because they don't weigh 400 pounds. Anyway, so I will request that gets picked up tomorrow. And then also the kits that I did, that you guys bought, those will be packed up today too. Okay. So then these, I'm not sure. I mean, I try to do shipping like all at one time. You know what I mean? So if everybody pays their invoice today, I think I could get these shipped out on Monday. Okay. I don't want to say tomorrow because that's just like way too much. But that's, you know, depending on how many you guys want, you know, if I get more, I made 16 of these. So if I get more requests than that, I'll ship out the 16 first, and then I'll have to make the other packs before I can, you know, ship those, obviously. So I'm not sure how many I could do, maybe another 10 or so. So anyway, okay, that's enough. That was good, huh? Yeah, so it's just a nice little collection, and I hope you guys like it. And you know, because I want you to be able to work along with the videos, you know, while I'm making these little farmhouse style journals. So anyway, but yeah, I'll put my email in the description, and if you have any issues about, you know, downloading files or opening zip files or anything like that, I'm not a techie, so you know, I'm not the best person to ask for advice on how to open zip files or anything. But YouTube is great. YouTube knows how to do everything. So anyway, okay, guys, I love you. Bye for now.